Hello dear students, I am Professor Sunita Suresh Borde from KTHM College, English Department. Today's lecture is for MA Part 2 students, semester 3rd, and the subject is Indian Writing in English, paper 3.1, which is our core paper. So dear students, the topic today we are going to deal with is a novel by Kamala Markandeya. The name of the novel is Nectar in a Sieve, and here we are going to deal with the character analysis of this novel. So dear students, in the previous lecture we had discussed plot structure, plot summary and analysis, and we also have discussed a brief biography of Kamala Markandeya and significance of the title, that is Nectar in a Sieve. And today we will have a short introduction to all the characters in this novel and analysis of that characters. So dear students, this novel Nectar in a Sieve is set in an Indian village. This novel is actually a gripping story of one woman's survival of checkered life, one that had no margin for misfortune. Neither does the book have surprises nor twists, but readers will find a determined, unrelinquished fighter in a woman who bears an unfailing faith and rams through impregnable clamor that invades her life. Nectar in a Sieve is a book that will make you lump in the throat. The writing is painfully eloquent, taut and cut to the root. The living conditions, life struggles, poverty, fragility and abasement of life depicted are beyond imaginations. To those who live in the first world and have never stretched a single meal portion to 3 meals, every day was a life and death situation for the women or for the characters in this novel. So dear students, this is a character map. So here are only 4 characters are shown here because these 4 characters are the important characters in this novel: Rukmini, Nathan, Kunti, Kennington and Iravadi. So Rukmini here is kept at a central position because Rukmini is a central character in this novel. Okay, Nathan is her husband. He is a determined person. Basically, he is a rice farmer. And Iravadi, which is called Ira in the novel, is her daughter. She is an independent thinker and she prostitutes herself to feed her brother. Then comes Kunti. Kunti is actually the antagonist here in the novel. So Kunti, she is enemy of Rukmini. So before Rukmini and Nathan's marriage, Kunti had illicit relationship with Nathan, and Nathan fathered 2 sons of Kunti. She is a manipulative woman, and later on she becomes prostitute and exploits others for her survival. Kennington is a Western doctor, the white man. He is frustrated and he helps the poor. So this is a character map of important characters in the novel. Now we'll see major characters. So among the major characters, the first central character is Rukmini. So Rukmini is a central character, okay, and at the age of 12 only, at such a small age, when the children are playing in the ground, or girls are playing in the ground, at this age, at such a fragile age, at such a raw age, Rukmini marries a rice farmer named Nathan and goes to live with him in his small village. Rukmini from an early age, honor the Hindu traditions of loyalty, love, and reverence, and always looks optimistically towards her future. The first hurdle in Rukmini's life appears when she fails to conceive for 6 years after the birth of her first daughter, that is Iravadi or Ira. Rukmini visits a Western doctor, as we have discussed earlier. We had seen also in that character map Western doctor whose name is Mr. Carrington. So here Rukmini visits Western doctor for fertility treatment, and she kept it secret from her husband. And then when the treatment was fruitful, she gives birth to four sons in quick succession. She gives birth to a fifth son years later. During a monsoon and then later a drought and its ensuing famine, Rukmini plots different ways to keep her family alive. She never loses her faith or optimism. She is always optimistic. Even when her children begin to abandon the family or when they die, Rukmini remains steadfastly religious, trusting in her faith rather than asking for handouts. Throughout her trials, Rukmini grows in compassion, learning to forgive those who harm her and to generously offer her affection to those for whom compassion is lacking. So, such is the character of Rukmini here in the novel, which is a central character. Then comes Nathan, the second most important character in the novel. Nathan, an uneducated rice farmer, subverts Western expectations for arranged marriages by loving Rukmini fiercely from the moment he takes her as his bride. So Western expectations are that when you got arranged marriage, there is no love, but actually he loves a lot to Rukmini. Okay, he takes care of her since since he took her hand in his hand, since he accepted her as his bride, he was taking care of her. Nathan offers Rukmini independence uncommon for the time and place. He works together with Rukmini in perfect partnership to keep their farm and family alive during tough times. Nathan works himself to death in the hope of bettering his family's life, never pitying himself or asking for help. However, supportive Nathan is imperfect. He fathers son with the village prostitute, that is Kunti, and keeps the secret from Rukmini for many years. So there are some, there are some minus points in Nathan. Okay, he prostitute or he had a relationship with that prostitute Kunti, and he fathered her two sons. Okay, and he kept it secret from his wife. Such are his, such are his minus point in his characters. And now we'll see the next character, that is Iravadi or Ira. So Iravadi is called Ira, and she starts her life with a bright future. She is beautiful and well raised. She marries a good match, a man higher in social standing than her own caste. But what happened? Unfortunately, Iravadi's husband abandons her after 5 years of marriage when she fails to conceive a child. Okay, because when after till 5 years he was waiting, and he was waiting for a child, but as she fails to conceive a child, he abandons her to her parents' home, leaving her dependent on her parents for life, no longer a virgin, without a dowry and likely barren. Iravadi known to man, will marry her again. When the family starves during a famine, Iravadi turns to prostitution to keep her young brother Kuti alive, because she loves Kuti too much, because Kuti is her younger brother, but she reared him just like her own child. Okay, because she was childless and she reared him just like her own child, and this Kuti or this child saw some hope in her life, or this child took her out of her depression. That's why she loves him too much, and in order to feed him, she prostitutes herself. Because she turns to this profession for a noble reason, Rukmini views her choice as self-sacrificing rather than sinful, and it's a fact. And after all the suffering in her life, Iravadi accepts her fate and searches for happiness where she can, such as in her joy with her child Sakrabani. Okay, she means due to this prostitution she got a child, or she conceived a child, she conceived a baby, but that baby was, unfortunately, that baby was uh, suffered from that from a disease. Okay, and he was called Sakrabani. Then comes the next character, Kennington. So Kennington is also called Kenny. He is a Western doctor. He is a Western doctor who dedicates his life to caring for the Indian poor. Not only does Kennington offer medical services to villagers like Rukmini, he tries to offer social change. Kennington, more than any other characters, understands that without institutionalized change, the poor will remain poor and the rich will remain rich. So, he tries to educate Rukmini to rally for a better life. But he doesn't fully understand the marginality in which impoverished families like Rukmini live. He blames their adherence to tradition for their backward ways. Despite his often crude judgment, Kenny acts as Rukmini's benefactor by bringing her family food and milk, and by securing training or jobs for two of her sons. Next come the character Kunti. So Kunti, as we have discussed it in a character map, so Kunti is a kind of antagonist in a novel. Actually, poverty is the main antagonist in the novel, not Kunti, because she also behaves as villainously with Rukmini, just because of that poverty, or she prostitutes herself just because of the poverty. So poverty is actually the main antagonist. But even though, anyhow, Kunti also acts as the novel's main antagonist, a prostitute and manipulator. Kunti appears marked by evil from the novel's opening, when Rukmini associates the character with a cobra. At first, Kunti represents vanity and sexuality. She has an affair with Nathan and can often be seen flirting with men at the tannery. So during the famine, her promiscuity turns to prostitution, through which she loses her husband and sons. Unlike Iravadi, whose choice to engage in prostitution is seen as valiant, Kunti's choice is seen as self-serving, vain, and evil. Then there are some minor characters in the novel. So now let's have a look at these minor characters in the novel. So next character is Ammu. So who is Ammu? Ammu is Rukmini's son Murugan's wife. So Murugan is Rukmini's son, who is living in city, who abandoned his village, he abandoned his family, he started living in village in city. So there he had a wife, okay, and the name of his wife is Ammu. But that son Murugan, he abandons his wife too. He abandons his wife in city, and he goes somewhere else. Okay. Then comes the character Arjun. Arjun is Rukmini's eldest son. He dismissed from the tannery, okay, for leading a labor strike. Okay, there was a strike in tannery, and his son Arjun, he was among the leader, okay, who who lead that labor strike, and that's why he was dismissed. He was fired from that tannery job. Then comes the character Birla. Birla is the doctor Murugan once worked for. So Birla is the doctor, okay, and Murugan, when he was in a city at a time, he worked for this Dr. Birla. She treats Rukmini and Nathan generously when they try to to find their son in the city. Then comes the character Biswas. Biswas is the is the oil money lender who takes advantage of villagers during the famine. Then comes the character Carter. So Carter, who is Carter? The Carter is actually, the name shows it's a bullock. He's a carter of bullock cart. So he drives the bullock cart that takes Rukmini and Nathan from their village to the city. And he continued that cartering that bullock, even though the animals have a raw and infected shoulder from the yoke, but he continued them on this bullock cart. He attached them to this bullock cart. Then comes the character Das. Das, he is Dr. Birla's servant. He generously offers Rukmini and Nathan a meal and shelter for the night when they were in search of their son Murugan. Das's wife. Das's wife is, that she is also worked as a servant to Dr. Birla. She is also very generous towards Rukmini and Nathan. She offers them meal and shelter, and she was very compassionate, just like her husband Das. And now we'll see the other minor character. The name of other minor character is Durgan. So Durgan is a milkman who lives in Rukmini and Nathan's village. Then there is a foreman. The foreman is in charge of giving out sacks and collecting rocks at the quarry where Rukmini and Nathan worked, for survival when they are stranded in the city. At that time, they were working at this quarry, collecting rocks at the quarry at a time. Here Durgan, he is in charge. Then comes the character Hanuman. Hanuman is the rice seller who runs out of supplies during the first monsoon. Next character is Janaki. So Janaki is Rukmini's kind neighbor who befriends her when she arrives but moves away when the tannery people are out of the market and out of the business. The next character is Kali. Kali is a talkative and prone to exaggeration. He is one of Rukmini's female neighbor. Just like Janaki, Kali is also one of Rukmini's female neighbor. Then comes the character Kuti. So Kuti is the youngest of Rukmini's son. Kuti is youngest of Rukmini's son, and when her daughter Iravadi, when she was abandoned by her husband, and when he returned her to her parent at a time, this Iravadi, she was in depression. She was in depression, and she couldn't come out of this depression, that she couldn't conceive a baby. That's why her husband abandoned her. But at this moment, at this time, her mother Rukmini, she gave birth to a child, to a boy child, and his name is Kuti. So this boy child gives a ray of hope to Iravadi or to Ira. She loves him. She loves this Kuti, and she took him just like her own son. She reared him just like her own son, and this Kuti helps her to overcome that grief of her previous life. So Kuti is the youngest of Rukmini's son, but during famine time he starves to death. He starves to death at just age of 5 years old. But in order to save him, Ida, she tried a lot. Even she prostituted herself in order to save him, in order to feed him. Then comes the character Murugan. So Murugan is Rukmini's son who leaves the village to work as a servant in the city. As a servant in a city, and he servant there. He worked there for Dr. Birla. But later he abandons his wife and his child to starve. Then comes the character Padmini. So Padmini is one of Rukmini's 3 sisters. Then comes character Puli. Puli is also one of the that focus character in this novel. Puli is a leprous beggar, okay, and he helped Rukmini when Rukmini and Nathan when they were stranded in city. Okay, when they come to know that their son Murugan, whom or in whose search they are there in a city, that son Murugan that he has left that city and he abandoned his wife and children there to starve. At such moment, this Nathan and Rukmini, they took shelter in a temple where some that some people they stole their belongings, their money, everything. They stole their belongings there. That's why they are now without any money. So how can they return home? They wanted to return home, but as there is no money in their hand, so at such moment, at such critical juncture in their life, Puli, a leprous beggar, helped them. And so Rukmini adopts him. After he helps her survive in the city, he adopts him as her own child. Then comes the character Raja. Raja is Rukmini's third son. Okay, he is Rukmini's third son, but unfortunately he was murdered by guards after trying to steal a calf skin from the tannery. When he was trying to steal a calf skin from tannery, guards caught him and he was murdered by that guard. So unfortunate son of Rukmini. So dear students, there are other also minor character like Perumal, like Rukmini's mother, Rukmini's son-in-law, then Rukmini's father. Okay, so these are the minor characters whose reference is there only in the novel. Otherwise, there is no mention of this character. There is no active participation of this character. Only their mention is there in the character. So, dear students, this is a character analysis of the novel Nectar in a Sieve and a brief introduction to all the characters. So, I hope you have understood today's lecture, and I hope you have understood all the characters. So, it will be very easy for you to read the novel and to understand the novel and to understand the theme of this novel. Okay, so thank you very much, dear students. Now if you have any query, then you can we will discuss it in our Google Classroom. So for today we'll stop here for today.